years old. Why are you still talking about child support? I still $5,000 a year when it was with me. That's why I took his mother to child support, because the bitch thought that she was supposed to get that much more, she wanted more. All that motherfucking nothing.
That niggas want.
Look, you know I don't never ask for shit, man. But I was thinking, nigga, can nigga get a little extra $6,700 a month?
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Carcino, man. They trying to mess with your boy live stream already. Damn. Wow, they got the YouTube police after your boy on 21 Jump Street. What is going on in the world? Can we even kick the intro in before we start doing anything? Y'all getting all crazy? My goodness. Intro.
Hi, I'm Carcino.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Yo, let's talk about it. Let's go. Omari Hardwick, one of the stars of the hit show Power, who was the reason for its rise, playing the character of Ghost, the lead for the movie. 50 Cent really fought for him to get that role. And everyone knows how those two were in the beginning. 50 loading the money till he got situated out there, till he was straight. He paid him back each time. But, Omari Hardwick was at an event. He was at a panel discussion for the Uninterrupted Film Festival, which is LeBron James' film festival thing that they have going on. And at this film festival, you have Omari Hardwick's character, where he played James Ghost St. Patrick, and how his character was killed off of the show. He often talks about the entire franchise, and I don't know why people keep thinking he's coming back. Ghost is coming back. He's not coming back. I keep telling y'all this. I don't know why. I know it's fandom and people want to keep their hopes up, but he's not coming back. He keeps showing you he's never coming back. They won't even let him on the lot. Forget coming back. He ain't gonna be allowed on the premises. They won't allow him on the set no more. Didn't you see the scenario where Tyreek was right there in the suit? That was supposed to be Ghost. Every time they had a scene that's supposed to be Ghost, they used that to bait y'all in. But no, it's not happening, people. It's just completely not happening. You need to get it out of your minds, because it is not going down. It is not going to be a thing. Do not get attached to it. It's done. Now, looking into this for what it is and taking it for what it's worth, people have to realize that you're looking at two personalities that are completely different. 50 Cent's personality, Curtis Jackson, and then there's Omari Hardwick. 50 has stayed quiet with dealing with Omari because, he basically agreed with a lot of things that Omari Hardwick had to say about the show. The direction and as far as it went. But he made some statements that Fifth just wasn't feeling and was like, wow, like he keeps reiterating things on his platform. I guess because people keep asking him about it. And, you know, him went along with the other characters, but he made the character Ghost pop. And with the fans, he was at an all-time high. But the show's writers, Courtney A. Kemp and 50 Cent, you know, those guys, like Omari Hardwick did not call out 50 Cent. So let's get this in perspective now. He loved Courtney, but the main person is Courtney and the network and where they are going with the character. And they decided to move away from Omari Hardwick earlier than expected. See, the reason why is the same reason they're ending Power Season 2. It was time to pay Omari a lot of money, and he was going to want a lot of money. So his contract was coming up. So it was time to end the show, and then they're going to go with and lowball the smaller characters and just build a show off that and use the popularity of the name that Omari Hardwick had built. Now everyone else gets to eat off of what he built. So of course he's going to feel a certain way about it. He says he has so much empathy for the fans. You know, he said, because you're sold and told a story that did not continue. Guys, in a way that, and the story was told in a way that it was told to him that it would continue. It was sold to him and told him how the story would continue, and you didn't get that. So you have every right to be hitting me up at every airport, every bus stop, you know, and now it's going viral. Yeah. So after saying that, Fifth was confused, saying, this Negro is a strange bird. The F he talking about? I've done nothing but look out for him. If he needed something, I gave it to him. I understand now that it didn't matter. Now, Fifth removed the post, because I guess he saw and realized Omari wasn't talking about him. Mm-hmm. So he sat down with Matt Barnes and Trey Young last week, where he was asked about the fate of power, his role and everything. And he said, if he didn't die, meaning his character, it means I'm still working, right? And my damn checks don't have power on it no more. Yeah. He's like, I'm with y'all in this sense. I'm with you in the sense that the way the story was sold and told to me is not benefiting of the way it ended. So you should be every right to be like, yo, it didn't end right. And because we didn't honor it the way it was supposed to be honored, and that's what bothered him the most about it. So I got it. I understood that. They didn't honor the fans enough. And I know, he said, I know Matt and Trey are different. We honor y'all. We honor our fans, man. We often forget that the fans are being sold and told a story that has a genesis, and it has to end the way it was sold and told to end. Continuing his expression for a better outcome for Ghost. It never sits well with him because, see, he has to live with that. And he just foreshadowed saying how beautiful it would have been if the series actually concluded the way he thought it was intended to. He claimed that Power creators Courtney Kemp and 50 Cent didn't stick to the initial character arc that they promised him. He also spoke to how relatable he felt James St. Patrick was to many other people. He said this was everybody's uncle, whether Jamie or Ghost. He was everybody's uncle who was more importantly trying to go right from going wrong. And I love him, and I always will love that character. But I just want fans to always remember I played the guy. I'm a little bit bigger than him. So it's better to follow me than a character. Yeah, well, Omari went there to chime in on everything. Yeah, so they was like, two things can be true. Ghost made Power, and I wouldn't want to get on 50 Cent's bad side, somebody else said. But Omari Hardwick made a whole network relevant. Whether they want to admit it or not, it's the truth. Without Omari Hardwick, there is no Power show that takes off like that. Michael J. White, much as I love that character, he's not going to pop as Ghost. The network was thinking about bringing him in to play the character of Ghost. Yep. Well, the problem is both guys are actually right here. 50 Cent took it down because he actually knows Ghost should have been paid more. The plan, the writing, it suffered. You had people on there who wasn't going along with the direction of what the story intended it to be. So if you know the story was intended to be a certain way and you don't live up to that, then whose fault is that? It's not Diva. He's just that everybody's going to ask Omari Hardwick about Ghost. If you ran into Omari Hardwick, what you going to ask him about? You're going to ask him about Ghost and Power, right? You ain't finna ask him about no other roles. You're going to ask him about Ghost, Power, everything about it, right? So if you're doing that, if you gonna ask him about that, he got every right to speak on it because the fans gonna come keep talking about it. And what he's saying is when y'all see 50 Cent, when y'all see Courtney, basically ask them why y'all ruined Ghost. That last season was atrocious. I was mad as can be because I knew what I was getting fed wasn't real. In one season, they changed Ghost's whole character. They made him basically unwatchable because they had to have you hate him so that they can take him out. So now, after all these seasons, he's going to put his hands on Tasha. When he had plenty enough reasons to do that. Now, all of a sudden, in the last season, he's putting his hands on Tasha. Now he's getting drunk in front of his son, fighting to read. Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Y'all have every reason to be upset. We all do. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Well, no. Your question. No, Fifth just think, like, what is this guy talking about? Like, why is he going this route? It makes no sense to 50 that he keeps going. Because it's like, man, it's over, okay? You don't want to work with us no more, okay? But I guess him and Fifth spoke, That's why Phil took the post down. Because Phil was going to bring Omari Hardwick back on some of his projects that he's working on his studio. But Omari has got stuff set up for him to go with major studios. He's getting better money now than what he got before. So this isn't about the money situation. It's about the respect that they didn't pay him. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you. Now, here's the thing. How many people in this chat got Starz because of power? How many people on here say, I'm getting Starz because of power? That's a clear-cut question that could be answered by everybody in the chat. How many of y'all got Starz because of the show Power? Right. And who was the face they show you doing their commercials, their promo, everything? Who was that face? Ghost. Omari Hardwick. They show his face. And they say power. So the entire network had never had an app. The first time they get an app, who's leading the promotion for the app? Power. Ghost. So you get an app, and the first person to lead off is Power. You showing Omari Hardwick's face for your app. How many of y'all got the app because of Power? How many of y'all got the Starz app because of Power? I got Starz because of, well, I think I already had Starz because I got all the channels. So I had Starz. I had Starz. But for everything else, the app, I got that for Power. But the app is free for me because I got it because of my cable. So if you got it, you watch Power. You watch Starz for Power. So you doing that, Omari Hardwick is saying, nigga, that's me. I'm not just selling your show, I'm selling your network. I'm not selling a show. I'm selling your network. So I'm worth more money. And y'all disrespected me by keeping me at the same price. Meanwhile, y'all making money hands over fist. Hundreds of millions of dollars is generated by Power. hundreds of millions. Now you got a new franchise, 3-4 more shows built off the strength of Omari Hardwick's character. You even named the sequel Ghost. He ain't even in the mother. And you naming it after him to add more insult to it. Why is it called Ghost? And he's not in it. No disrespect to the character that plays Tariq, but nobody liked the way the show ended. But I saw that coming before it even happened. The sins of a father is going to be the ending of the entire show. Omari Hardwick did not have a problem with his character dying. He just thought it would be in a more gracious way than the way that went down. And why would you want to show that to black families? And portray that to black families? It's a betrayal of the character. It goes against everything Ghost was about. Ghost was about building families, building his family. So why would we go to that? Ghost ain't coming back. It's done and done. There is no coming back for the Ghost. So Ghost is selling your network. So while he's selling your network, what are you out there doing? What are you telling everybody else? You're telling them, okay, this guy's selling my network, and I'm getting them for the low. Now when it's time to pay everybody, I'm changing my mind. That's what they're telling you. They're saying, hey, I've changed my mind. Since when have we started doing that? When have we started to act that way?
Processes that you can do.
Did you realize that there's so many different people in this game today that don't seem to get it? They don't. There's people that just don't get it. Omari Hardwick is bitter because he played this character for 5 years, and what he was sold on, where the direction of the character was going, they altered it. And it happens in this business. It happens on television shows. It happens. They alter what they want to go. They change the route and they change directions all the time. But this was about money. Whenever it gets to about money, they sacrifice the art. And it's all going to hell. Yep, it all goes to hell after that. So you want to make sure you okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, when many people see that, yeah, yep, that's what a lot of people don't really understand and what people are talking about. Oh, definitely. Mm-hmm. Definitely that. That's what I'm saying. Why wouldn't people want to see that? He said, "How Amari all that if ain't nobody picking him for A-list roles? That proves he needed to bounce his dry same style of acting every show. Boy, bye." What? I mean, don't you understand what he's done? You wouldn't watch Power if it wasn't for Omari Hardwick. They're using his name to sell the show. People don't think he coming back. Power would have never been lit without him. Omari Hardwick has been in big movies. He was in a movie with Tiffany Haddish. He's done a lot of other roles outside of his character. You just didn't probably watch him, but I saw him. And he was the lead in those movies. And was paid very much, way more than what he was doing for Power. So if they want him to come back even for a cameo, they're going to have to open up the bag for him, which they ain't going to do. When 50 said that Omari Hardwick was playing Ghost, I just thought about First Day Air. I knew that was the reason he got the part. Because in First Day Air, he was Ghost. That was Ghost. That whole scene when he goes to that storage facility and he grabs the rope, they get the rope, the tape, all of it. And he sets that gun on the counter. That was Ghost. Right, Army of the Dead, when he had that big chainsaw. Then he was in Spell. Oh, yeah. When people are being phony, that's usually the things that pop up the most. But Omari Hardwick was being genuine. He was being real. So, well, when people figure it out, one day they'll figure it out. But until then, that's just what it is. Power Book 2 is ending in a way that's not going to satisfy the public. Because it's about money. Yeah, well, if you think about it, what would that matter to the rest of the masses? It wouldn't. That wouldn't matter to you. You know Drake for being Drake, right? You know Kendrick Lamar for being Kendrick Lamar. You know Power and you, because of two people, 50 Cent and Omari Hardwick. But when the show started, it was basically Omari Hardwick. They didn't show 50 Cent till like what, the third episode? He wasn't on Power like that at first. It was built off the character of Omari Hardwick. He had to work. If he doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Okay. No, that's not the case. Only Tommy needs Amari and Power. That's funny. Right. You should have just paid the man. But now, like he's saying, he's because people ask him when they see him on the streets, the bus, everything, they're asking him about Power. So if you keep asking Omari Hardwick about Power, what do you expect him to do? If you keep asking him about it, he's going to answer your question. And that's what he did. He answered the question. Don't forget to hit the like button, good people. We got to let them know that y'all not bots. We don't do the bot thing here. We stay focused on the real thing. This game is hard. When they stopped Power, and before they even announced a Tommy show, there was no Tommy show. That wasn't even in the works. He went around looking for work. He auditioned for like 40 parts. And while he auditioned for 40 parts, oh my goodness, he only got 2 roles. He only got 2 hiring jobs. One on Ozark, when he was like, it's nothing, please don't even focus on it. And then he got a job that was in another movie that came out called Fear, I think, or something like that. But I don't think it was Fear. It was some other movie where Dennis Quaid was crazy. He wouldn't move out of the house. Well, when things go bad, they go bad. They always tell you when it rains, it pours. You always heard that analogy, right? Yeah, we spoke about spell already. But he's getting work. So Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I really don't feel like that. I really feel if people wanted to, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's the important part right there. You said I wish Ghost would have stopped messing with Tommy. He was messy and seemed always jealous. Joseph Sakura does a great acting job as Tommy, but his movies wasn't that great. No, because they never let him really act because all you see is and hear is, the character you used to him playing Tommy. So when you seen him act, he was doing his character acting. You really didn't get a gist to see anything else. That was it. Oh yeah, they got a lot of problems. They got a lot of stuff to deal with. So we'll see where it ends up. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Is it true? He got that is absolutely true. Abundance. Mary J. Blige already has a lot of acting credits to her name. Like she was in a lot of A-list stuff. Uh, Plus her name, her careers. Omari Hardwick didn't have a big enough name at the time, but he's the face of the network. Mary J. Blige never was the face of Stars. She's not the face of Power Book 2. And she's making more than the lead actor. Makes no sense, right? Well, Brayden didn't get a lot of like airtime like Tariq, even though it would seem like Tariq and Brayden gets a lot of airtime. They really don't. No. They really didn't get a lot of airtime. So they underpaid Ghost, but and whenever it's time to pay these guys, they feel the show is too expensive for them. They're gonna just cancel it, do a spinoff. So now Power Book 2 is going to come to an end after it was the highest rated Power show because it's time to pay everybody. You think Mary J's taking a pay cut? No, no, no. Oh, yeah. Well, once you make that assessment, as far as where you want to be, all right, you got to make an assessment. And then you start figuring out where it is that you want to be or where you want to go. No. But the way they played the show was good. It's just final season was ridiculous. They kept bringing on celebrities and people who just didn't make any sense. Absolutely, man. When you got people that's there and they don't make a lot of sense. Yeah. That last season was crazy about. That's what I said. That last season didn't make any sense. Yeah, you knew that what's his name was gonna perish, Ghost, and it happened. Oh yeah, they'll figure it out. It's always what we call the matter of time. When you see things that don't measure up, they don't make a lot of sense, you start asking yourself, yeah, even Kendrick wrote, hey, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga. I was like, oh my God, what is they doing? I didn't like that direction at all. It's just, I mean, he played a funny role, but it's like now it takes the seriousness out of it. And now we're trying to get people involved that didn't need to be. Yeah. Yeah. Well, when you start seeing how everything is laid out, then you'll start to understand the level of the game and how it goes. Mm-hmm. No, not for me. For me, it's a little different. Um, I didn't want to sit in a situation where I was gonna be not happy with watching the show. 50's not in charge. That's the thing. People think 50's in charge. He's not in charge. Courtney's in charge and Starz. That's why 50 been fighting them too. Power Book 3, everybody's still under that first year contract. Now when it's time to pay everybody, watch you see what happened with Power Book 3. They're gonna cancel that show too. Yeah, okay, well, we'll see. Absolutely. So, anyway, I'm gonna raise up out of here. I'm gonna holler at y'all a little later, probably quicker than y'all expect. But thanks for y'all time. Don't forget to hit the like button. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life, Ticket TV, Welcome to HD, IITV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez. And I'm out the door, and it ain't even 4.